Hi my dear friends, this is Grace and welcome to process video number 156 entitled BOO-tastic. This is my second layout using the October Flavors of the Month kit from the Scraproom Kit Club, and here I'm just showing you the 3 pattern papers that are included in this mini kit and then the 2 black cardstocks. So these papers are from the Doodlebug Design Inc. Pumpkin Party collection, and I am using that for these Halloween photos from 2015, and it's going to be a double page layout. So first off, I love the themed products. However, I am not used to having very busy papers like the ones that were in this particular kit. As you can see, there's that pumpkin, and then there's the banner, there's a spider paper as well, and so they were pretty busy for my style, but I still wanted to incorporate them. And so the way for me to do that is to really kind of find a design where I can put them, especially the very bold ones, in smaller increments or smaller bits, because if I were to put like a whole page of the pumpkin, it will kind of overpower my photos, or it will compete with the color of my photos, and I didn't want that. For me, scrapbooking always is about the photos and the stories. So although I love products, I feel like they have to help instead of compete with them. So I am going to work with, I decided to use the banner because even though it's pretty busy, it still has some white in it, and I could put them above my photos. I did put them behind that one photo on the left side, but you will see me later that I will end up matting that photo just to make it stand out a little bit more. I love the stripe paper, but because the page was already busy, I needed it to be just kind of in a small bits, and so I cut that in 1/4 inch strips. And then because I did that to the right, that's just how my brain works. I needed to do it on the left as well, so that's why I cut that 1 inch strip over there. And then now I wanted to use the green, and also there's some space on the right edge of my page, and so I needed to fill that up and decided to cut a little bit of the spider paper. And because I did that on the right, I need to do it on the left as well. So the bottom of the right side, as you can see, is that kind of stripe paper, and that's where my title is going to be. Now, I had pre-printed my journaling already on white cardstock. That just makes my process efficient and fast, and so I found where that specific journaling is for this layout, and I cut that up, and that's going to go on the top. Now, this photo that I just cut had a lot of white space because my daughter was the one taking a picture, and we were close to the edge of our garage, and so she took a lot of that wall, and it was just, I don't know, it was just dead space for me. So I cut that out, and so that made my photo a little bit skinnier. And then now I am working with, I pulled out the die cuts from the mini kit, and so I'm pulling them out here. I really adore these die cuts. They're so cute, and I'm gonna kind of take it up a notch later. You will see me add some googly eyes to some of them, and the specific kit that we got had some googly eye enamel dots, which was pretty adorable. So now I'm going to I think I've figured out what I wanted to do, but it was kind of missing something. It was just, I don't know, I was just feeling like it was missing something, and so I decided to pull a few different shades of purple from my cardstock stash, and then found this one, and it had kind of the same color as the purple that was in the banner, and so I decided to use that. And I'm just using my Fiskars punch, and then I'm going to add a border on the top and the bottom. I don't know, it's just when I was looking at it, it felt like it needed some solid colors in there, something that would blend well with the papers, but then it wouldn't incorporate or introduce another pattern to the layout. So that's why I decided to go with this. And plus the decorative edge also it adds a little bit more design without it making, without competing to the existing patterns that's already on the page. And then now I'm going to matte this photo to make it stand out a little bit more against the busy background. And then I'm going to adhere everything. So now that I've adhered everything, and of course I've trimmed things down so that it will match that whole block, and then now I'm going to ink up my journaling block so that it will stand out in the busy background. And I'm also going to be inking some of the edges of these die cuts just so that it will stand out. I think I'm not going to ink the edges of this pumpkin and that little circle that I put next to it, but I will ink up the little guy that has a costume on the left, just because it is going to go on the busy background. And now I'm going to work on my title. Now, I've said it before, I suck at figuring out titles. So when I was making this, I actually went and Googled Halloween scrapbook page titles. I'm not I'm not prideful to admit that I suck at making layouts. And I think at this time I was just like, you know what, why do I even have to see if I can do it myself when the resources are already there? And so when I was looking at some of the titles, and the BOO-tastic kind of spoke to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, that will work. And then I have this thicker sticker sheet from American Crafts that actually had the word boo in it, and so I just added some smaller American Crafts remarks stickers to finish off the title. Now I'm working on my little die cuts over here, which is so adorable. We have that Halloween cake, and then the little guy that's ready to go trick-or-treating. I'm going to add them with some fun foam just to make that guy stand out a little bit more. And then I will also add, I believe, a cupcake on that side as well. And then to kind of create that visual triangle that I always like to do with my pages, I'm going to create a cluster of die cuts as well on the top right of the page, which consists of the candy and also the lantern. And the lantern will be added with some fun foam to make that stand out. Okay, so now I'm going to be pulling out these super adorable googly eyes, and then I'm going to add that to the pumpkin, to the top of the costume of the little guy, and then one on the lantern. Do I add the other one? I add it to the candy. So that is my page. Oh, there were some enamel dots in that kit also, and so I'm going to add that in some places in my layout. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to know more about the Scraproom Kit Club, make sure that you check the link below, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave that in the comment section below. And if you like these videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys another day. Bye!